I, for one, am very happy that you have returned.
Oh yeah. I mean that was just such a good vacation. You know what I mean? Like you get to go away, turn off the electronics, kind of recharge a little bit. Felt good. Good to be back.
Yes. Turn off the electronics. Yes, I would. Yes. That would be something that I would like. Yes.
Why are you foreshadowing like that?
I'm not. I'm not doing anything.
You're acting weird.
Folks, welcome to Hoosier Bane.
Yeah.
With
Anthony.
just the two co-hosts, Anthony and myself, Jared, and just the two of us.
Yeah, you sound really weird.
Why
are you talking like that?
I'm not weird. I'm just glad you're back, okay?
Why do you keep looking over in the corner?
Just stop looking over there and think about how you missed the state of play while you were gone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's some good
games. Have you got a chance to look at any of that stuff? Wait a minute, time out. Yeah. I'm sure you want to talk about your trip, anything that happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just anytime that we go up there, anytime that we get to go up there, it's incredible. It's the best fishing I've ever been to, bar none. I've said this before. I've been deep sea fishing. I've been lake fishing. I've been pond fishing. This is just incredible. It's the most peaceful, secluded place that I've ever fished, and I love it. I go up there with my dad and his two brothers, and then we've slowly kind of been adding to that pool of people. You really kind of have to earn your spot to get in, and it's just so fun. It really is. It's hard to describe to somebody who's not there, because we stay in this cabin. It's a rinky old log cabin. It's got bunk beds. It's not comfortable. It's normally either incredibly cold or incredibly hot. No air conditioning, no electricity, no running water. You got an outhouse and all of that stuff. It's literally like roughing it to rough it, just to see if you can do it type of deal. And it's incredible. I love it. Every single time that we go, you find something new to love about that place. It really is cool.
Well, if fishing video games have taught me anything, it's that it would be very fun to go fishing, but I don't like to touch them.
I mean, technically, you wouldn't have to. My dad and I are normally the ones that clean them, and then everybody is assigned a task. You have to earn your keep in our little group. So, my dad and I, we clean them, and then my uncle, and a family friend is in charge of cooking. So really, all you would have to do is catch them and eat them, and then do the dishes after.
Yeah, I can imagine me out there like reeling one in and be like, Anthony, help. It's on my hook.
Yeah,
you're like, stop! You're scaring the fucking fish. Why did you let? And then you're dead. Why did you let him come? Yeah, no, I'm good. Recently, my kids were like interested in fishing, and my younger brother still goes fishing, but not very like. It's not like you where he's like going up to Canada or something. He's got like a couple of rods, and they had a retention pond that was stocked at their old house, and so I was like, yeah, can you show my kids how to fish? I don't fucking remember how to fish, and we went over there and. They were just catching little fucking pond fish, and then these fucking painted turtles kept honing in, on the bait.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of spoiled it. We caught one tiny little fish. I don't know what the fuck it was. Well, none of us recognized it, but it was just a tiny little thing, and we threw it back, obviously. But the kids were like, "Cool, I don't want to touch it." I was like, "Me neither." My dad was like, "Let me see that shit." Because he used to go fishing. He used to pole fish.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, we could just get us a couple poles. He's been talking about going fishing again, by the way. He was like, we're just going to go get us a couple poles. And my younger brother was like, oh, what are you going to do? Like, go fishing? Dad's like, yeah, with cigars. Okay. Yeah, probably not like you're fishing, no.
I feel like that's the universal Hoosier experience, is like going out with your dad fishing. And something happens that pisses him off, and you have no clue because you're just a kid. And it's like all you care about is you get to eat like a packed lunch, and you get to be on a boat. But then like after an hour, you get bored and you're hot and you don't want to do it anymore. Or like you said, you don't want to touch the worm or you don't want to touch the fish, and your dad's getting pissed. It's like, just let me do it, you know, and then he yanks it out of your hand and does it for you. I think that's a universal experience.
Yeah, we used to go fishing with my dad all the time. All my brothers.
Yeah.
We all had our own rod and stuff, and I can remember the like three major fishing events that happened to me as a kid. The first one was the first time I ever saw a real fish. I'll tell this story because I think it's funny. It was my younger brothers weren't born yet. Me and my older brother were the only two, and my dad had taken us down to this pond, and he was like, "We're gonna catch a fish. It's gonna be, it's gonna be cool. You have your own rods." And so, like, I get one on the hook, and I'm like reeling it in, and I can't do it, because I'm just little. And Dad takes the fishing rod, and he starts reeling it. You got one, Jared. You got one. And he's like reeling it in. And he goes, "Do you want to see your fish?" And he turns around with it, and I can remember seeing it and just being filled with a massive amount of fear, screaming as loud as I could, and just taking off towards my house, just like, "Wah!" And then Jordan, my older brother, since I got scared, he also got scared, and we both just hauled ass all the way back up the house. And my dad was laughing so hard at that.
Good.
Never forget that. Never forget catching a turtle and backing up a hill to try to get it out. I was like, "This must be the biggest fish in the fucking world." I'm like in fucking 3rd or 2nd grade. I don't know. I'm like backing up and this fucking turtle there. And we were out with all my cousins, all fishing on this pond. And they were like, "You did it. You caught one of the Ninja Turtles. It's Leonardo." And I'm at the top of the hill. I'm like, "That's Raphael. Put him back." And then the last one was I tried to cast, and I didn't like clear my,
clear the bail.
What I did was I just tried to fling it back instead of doing that half circle to go around your head, and the hook hit me in the nose.
Ooh.
And was in my nose, and so my dad had to pluck the hook worm out of my nose, and so that was traumatizing. I was like, "Fuck, I don't want to go fishing anymore." Dad was like, "You just gotta not do it like that. Why did you do it like that?" I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, we used to get the fish off the hook ourselves and all that. I remember you have to like fucking take your hand, go over the head of the fish and fold back the fins.
Oh yeah, because they'll get you.
They'll stab you.
Sharp.
Yeah, because there was bluegill. We used to catch bluegill. I don't think I ever caught a catfish myself. I think Max used to go fishing all the time. He's probably listening. He's probably like, "Oh my gosh, I went with Uncle John and blah blah blah." Nothing like you though. I think that is just so cool. You guys go up there and you just become a mountain man. But then you come back and you're like, "I'm fish. I'm a video game person. Also, I'm a coach."
Right.
You're like a Renaissance man. I'm over here just like, "I play games, make art. I don't like outside."
I've always been the the jack of all trades, master of none. Like that's always been my calling card is like
master of all.
Well, I try things. I don't even really know how to explain it. Like I get not like full on enjoyment, but I get a true sense of joy at doing something uncomfortable or like something that I don't like. And then that slowly builds into an appreciation and respect for the thing that I'm doing to the point where, I come full circle back around to it. And now this is something that I do enjoy. So
right.
That's really where, much like you, I had stories exactly like what you're describing. When you're a kid, you don't have the appreciation for the patience and like the skill that is really involved in trying to fish. And so you're out there really because you just want to hang out with your dad or your brothers or,
right.
like what you're describing. That's all you care about. You're just there for the camaraderie. And so I was the same way. I didn't care about fishing. I didn't care about camping. I didn't care about the outdoors. And that really didn't start until probably my 20s when I started doing that. And it's just been so fun. Granted, I am not the type of person who's like, "Oh, you want to go on a hike?" No, I don't. That sounds terrible to me. Would you like to go on a bike ride or something like that? And it's like, not really. But but like the flip side of that coin, I enjoy working out. I enjoy doing those things like in the safety and comfort of my own home. But I don't like doing those things outdoors. And then the flip side of that flip side coin is like I really enjoy going up to Canada and roughing it and hoofing it and going up there and fishing and stuff. So it really is just kind of that, like, you have to try all these different flavors to find the thing that you like. And then once you find the thing that you like, you can kind of focus on that.
That's the fucking truth. I mean, pushing comfort zones is good. I mean, we talk about video games here all the time, but I find fishing to be one of the first video games that did.
Yeah.
We're like, you want to go fishing? What do you mean, like for fun? Yeah, and we get to eat. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That sounds nice. I'll go.
I think there's also that, like, maybe this is like the crazy part of my brain.
Well,
talking here, I don't know. But there's also that, like, in the back of your head thing where it's like, if there was a zombie apocalypse, it'd be so sick to be the dude to like whip out a fishing pole and be like, don't worry, guys, I got this.
I'll get the food.
Like, yeah, and you just like bring in like 6 fish and everyone's like, oh, that's so sick. Thanks, man. And it's like, yeah, no problem, guys. Don't worry about it. Like that, there's like a 3% chance, 7% chance. That's the enjoyment of fishing for me.
Well, yeah. I'll be like, oh, whittle the spoons. You're not good at whittling. Shut up. I don't want to touch the fish.
Well, if you think about the color theory of the lake.
Yeah. You guys just shoot me. All right. Anybody else talks about art, you're getting shot.
Looting.
Looting, yeah. Oh, he's got his pigment on him, boss. Oh, fuck. Hey, I found a bottle of whiskey. 3 cigars.
Wow.
Yeah, so the state of play happened whilst you were gone.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games on that list that it's so funny because I'm a PC gamer now, folks. I can't afford a PS5. And also, like, I don't see how I could fit PS5 gaming into my PC gaming schedule, and also Nintendo, because I still play Switch. I don't have a Switch 2 either, but and Sony just was like, yeah, you PC gamers could fucking kick rocks, and then they did a state of play, and I was like, fuck, look at the games that are gonna be on there. Some of them aren't exclusive though; they'll be on PC, but
yeah, I mean that's the thing is, like, I think I've been the person really who's been tooting Sony's horn and really kind of championing them, because that I really do enjoy the console experience. I think that's something unique.
Yeah.
Just being able to have a physical disc, put it in your system, and then you start playing the game. I really enjoy that tactile experience. But man, if you're going to show the good, you also have to show the bad. And I think Sony has dropped the ball here really badly here. I'd say last couple of months, they've done some really poor PR things. And one of those, like you said, is they came out and said, like, any single player title that we have, it's not going to release on PC. Not console exclusive, not any of that stuff. We just don't want our stuff getting out there. And I think that's such a wrong take to have, because like you said, you will not buy a PlayStation. It doesn't matter what game they come out with. They could come out, with your exact brand of a game, and it's like, I don't have the money to buy your system.
Right.
Because, like, right now, it costs $900 to get a PlayStation. That's ridiculous. That's
crazy.
PC gaming price.
Yeah.
And so I can't, in good faith, sit there and say, like, oh, Sony's the answer. Sony's the good guy. Sony's the thing to do. Especially when you, like you said, you already have a Steam Deck, you already have a Switch, you already have your PC.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for you to get a PlayStation 5. But like you said, a lot of these games came out, and I'm pretty excited about them. I will note one thing that is missing, or I guess I should say 2 things that are missing. Square Enix, you forgot to release some games.
Oh, they're coming. That's coming.
Where's Final Fantasy and where's Kingdom Hearts?
No, okay, yeah. Well, first of all, I want to add that, like, if I could afford to buy every console and every game that I wanted, I would do it. But I just can't.
Yeah.
And Nintendo has been doing this. They don't put their console exclusives out anywhere. So I mean, is Sony really bad here, or is Sony and Nintendo bad here?
Yes.
I mean, maybe they're just like being like, we don't know the numbers here, you and I, so I don't really know what's good. And I really pushed myself into PC gaming because I just was always interested in a lot of games that are like mouse and keyboard esque, and I've kind of moved away from using controllers and things like that. But you're right, though. When you talk about the console experience, I think that's a really big motivator for console gaming in general, is just being able to buy the console, bring it home, plug it in, start playing. Like we were talking about Steam Decks and stuff, or Steam Machine when that comes out. And the Steam Deck, like I love it, but there is a little bit of tinkering that you have to do. It's just like PC gaming because it is a PC. And I saw some people talking about this while you were gone. The price of the Steam Deck increased. And then it was sold out and people wanted to still buy that. And so some of the people were like, well, why didn't you just buy a Rogue Ally and put Steam OS on it? Well, because the Steam Deck is already a fucking semi-console experience, but now you're trying to add some sort of tinkering to it. Not everybody wants to do that. And that's why consoles can stay competitive with PC gaming. But I mean, in the state that we're in right now, I don't know what's going to happen to the hobby in general. But that's just some fucking things I've been thinking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's a really good point, which is sometimes you and I can kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit, and we forget that there's the other side of the aisle, which is we both love modding.
Oh, yeah.
That's half the fun of the games that we play is modding a game, but there's a good portion of people who don't want to do that. They just want the base experience. I want to be able to play the game. I don't want to spend a week looking for mods and tinkering and making sure stuff works together. I want to put the game in, I want to play it, I'll play it, and then I'm done. And I think that's fair. If that's how you want to play, that's how you play. And then I think the other side of that coin too, you and I like to play a lot of older games. You have the ultimate backwards compatible console, the PC.
Right. Yeah.
You can play every single game that you own, and granted there is some tinkering that you have to do, but it will play. I can't play a PlayStation 3 game on my PlayStation 5. I can stream it. I can, if it's on PlayStation Plus, I can figure out a way around it. But, I can't play every single PlayStation 2 title on my PlayStation 5. Can't play every single PlayStation 1 title on my PlayStation 5. So I have to have these multiple console setups, and it takes up space. A lot of people don't have space. That's the other thing, is just like, there's so many factors that go into this. It's not a cut and dry answer of like, well, PlayStation's better than PC, PC's better than PlayStation. Nintendo is also there, and Xbox is also there. But it's like, each one has its own thing that they champion and they're good at, and you kind of have to do your own research, figure out what brand is your brand, if that makes sense.
Yeah, if you can only pick one flag to bear,
Exactly.
Obviously, in my house, I have kids, so maintaining a Nintendo console, I think, is really helpful. But I will say, I have been playing some recomps and decomps this year, which we've talked about before. I played the Starfox one before the Starfox announcement, which was really fucking weird. So I was like, earlier this year, I was like, man, fucking Starfox 64 was so fucking sick. And then this fucking, I can't remember if it was a decomp or a recomp. These are like, just for the folks at home that are as confused as I am still, even after I've watched videos on the difference between a recompilation and a decompilation of an old video game. The N64 has been getting slowly cracked over time, where people are taking old games and they're figuring out how to make them run natively on, say, the PC. And so a bunch of them started coming out all at once. And one of the videos that I watched, which I'll probably link it down below so you can try to fucking understand recomps and decomps like I didn't. But it was talking about how we're coming to a golden age of retro gaming, especially N64, GameCube, and things like that. And some of the games that came out so far are Star Fox 64, an incredible game. It's now getting a remake. that's incredible. I'm very excited for that. But then I was playing GoldenEye, which we're going to talk about GoldenEye and 007. GoldenEye was on the 64. That game, the fucking Last Light game just came out, and it was like, we want to be better than GoldenEye. And I'm like, that's some big shoes, buddy. But I played Perfect Dark on the PC. That was fucking incredible. It had full mouse controls. That was super fucking sick. And so the latest one that I was playing was, and I'll put links to those probably down in the description if I remember. The latest one I've been playing is Ocarina of Time. My kids have been making me play Ocarina of Time on the Switch, like on and off. I've been like piecemealing fucking Ocarina of Time. This is a Zelda game for the 64, the first one. And my son keeps bringing me like, help me with this, Dad. And then he'll be like, hey, Dad, read this to me because he can't read. And then my daughter's like, oh, Link's so cool. Zelda's really cool. And I was like, fuck this. I was like, what's on the internet? I found this fucking Zelda game to play, and you can play it multiplayer. And I think mostly people play it with a randomizer multiplayer. But playing it with my kids is fucking awesome because it's shared progression. And we can see each other running around. We can't help each other kill monsters, but we can help each other like get through the dungeons and stuff. But I make them fight the bosses and stuff, and that's been really fucking fun. That's something that I was just like really excited about, was the fucking, because I'm a big time retro guy at this point, I feel like. And like you're saying,
Absolutely.
like my PC is the perfect vehicle for that. And I have all these games. You know what I found out? I found out that Wind Waker, you could pre-order that at GameStop way back in the day. I must have done that because if you pre-ordered it, you got a copy of Ocarina of Time and the Master Quest for the GameCube. And that was the only way you could play the Master Quest. I found out that not very many people did that, and that's kind of a rare game, and I have it right over here in the drawer. I was like, fuck, dude.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the thing that I'm excited about all of that stuff is that's the ultimate game preservation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You're getting the original source code material 1-to-1. There, like you said, you can go in and mod the game, or you can go in and make those changes and play multiplayer or do those things. You can do that because you have the original code, and you can make whatever changes you want. But you can also just play it bog standard stock. And to me, like that's what we've been preaching since the very beginning, is like, preserve these games. Obviously we would like for you to sell them to us so that we can buy them.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to provide that service, the community is going to figure out a way to do it themselves. And that's what this is. This is a labor of love, man. You saying that it takes a long time. I can't remember specifically which game it was, but I follow a channel that is very similar to this. It's not working on Nintendo 64 decomps, but it's like, yeah, the game's at 98%, man. We're almost there. And they anticipate that last 2% is probably going to take about 2 years. Like that's what we're talking about here, is like massive amounts of computer hardware and information and all of that stuff that you have to pour into it to get that stuff to work the way that you want it to. But then once you have it, that's the ultimate thing right there. That's what you want.
You're right though. That is what you want. Like this preservation of these older games, and then like you said, getting people to play them, like getting my kids to play Ocarina of Time, but they're super fucking interested in it. We were at the doctor, and my daughter's telling the doctor that we've been playing 3-player Ocarina of Time. My doctor's like, what? How'd you do that? I'll tell you later, buddy. Can you just doctor us? But I don't know. I got totally sidetracked. We were going to talk about the state of play, but these fucking recomps, decomps, I think that just goes right along with stop killing games. And like you said, we wish that they would sell them to us as well. I mean, technically, Nintendo kind of is letting us rent them, but that kind of falls into the I don't know. Just that lost my train of thought.
Yeah. Well, I think what you were getting at was there's definitely a slippery slope, right? Game ownership and all
Thank
of
you.
that stuff.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, and it's so it's confusing because the people who own the games makes it confusing on purpose. You know, do you own the games that you buy, or are you licensing them out? I remember we're pulling all of these examples, and I know it's creating extra work for editing, trying to get all of this stuff off of Twitter and all of that stuff. But there were 2 physical copy games that got released. This would have been a couple weeks ago now, but physical copy games that got released, and there was nothing on the disc. You had to download the game off of the internet. I'm not buying anything. I'm buying a piece of plastic. That's not the game. I want you to sell me the game. That's why I'm buying the physical copy. I don't want to have to turn on the internet, turn on PlayStation Plus, download a 120 gigabyte update, and then you're like, well, there's your physical copy. No, it's not. Because in 20 years, when you take the game off of your live service app and it's no longer offered, I can't play your game anymore. So like this stuff is just, obviously we're very passionate about it. At the same time, it's also very confusing and very, slippery slope on who owns the game and game ownership and all of that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say was I was going into cloud gaming. I don't really like cloud gaming, but Nintendo, I think, is technically cloud gaming the old consoles, the emulators. I'm not sure, actually, because you can play them offline. I think I'm fucking out of it.
That's what Sony does with the. So if you have the premium package, you have access to PlayStation Select. Not all of them. Select PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 games. Those are streamed games, and so you're not actually physically downloading anything. You're streaming the game, playing it on an emulated. I want to say you're playing it on an emulated PlayStation 5. It could be an emulated PlayStation 3. Now that I think about it, it's just so, like, even that, I'm paying PlayStation for their PlayStation Plus service. I want to play your games, and they're not even giving me the original experience. They're giving me a cloud-based experience.
Cloud emulated.
Exactly, and you can tell a difference. You can't tell me there's no difference because I can feel it. Like there's a change in frame rates, there's a change in the way the game looks, the way the game plays. It's not the same, and I hate telling people that it's like, oh, go play this game, and then they go play it, and it's not the same experience I had because, well, 2 rooms over, I have the physical disc, and you are playing a emulated copy of it, and it's not fun. It's not the same.
Here's a hot topic thing that we could debate, take sides on, is whether or not emulated games with save states is a legit way to experience that, or adding like mods that change the game if it's your first time, or would you rather somebody like be playing OG hardware and struggling through? And I don't know where I stand on that. I'm just like, I want you to play it. If you need to fucking use save states to beat Mario 1, then do it. I don't anymore, but it does speed up. It does speed up the playthrough.
Absolutely.
You hit a save state as you enter a screen, and then you get that kind of modern experience. And those older games, I mean, they were designed with arcades in mind. So I think cheating around them, I just think that you're just looking for a badge of pride if you're not using save states, I think.
Exactly.
Would be the stance that I probably would take, because I'm like, yeah, save state, fucking throw cheat in there if you need to get past something you can't fucking do. Like whatever it takes for you to have fun with that old game is pretty much what I want you to do. But I don't know. That's hard too, because I'm like, oh, don't fucking take the fucking scary part out, because do it right.
Yeah.
But maybe cheat a little. Fudge the dice a little bit, GM. Let's go.
Well, even if looking at Fallout New Vegas, the game that we both just completed
Yeah.
How far are you allowed to cheat before you're breaking the game? In my mind, if I'm playing a single player Fallout experience, I'm going to break the game as far as it'll go, because I agree. I've ridden that ride 1,000 times before, and so the thrill of the game is no longer like experiencing something for the first time or doing a challenge run or anything like that. The thrill of the game for me is I already know what the experience is that I want out of this. Give it to me. Like I know what I want, give me. And so I think maybe that's the difference, is like what are you trying to get out of it? Like you said, are you trying to go for achievements? Are you trying to go for this like pure like think about the Olympics. Are you trying to get a world record and you're going to get drug tested afterward and it's like, I'm all clean, man, all good? Or do you want to be like Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa and you just want to blast home runs? And it's like, I don't care about records or like being in the Hall of Fame or any of that stuff. Like, I want to take a white ball and blast it 600 feet into the stratosphere and be having fun that way. I don't think either one is right or wrong. I think it's just, what are you trying to get out of the experience? And that can change from game to game.
You and I had that experience when Remake got all the cheats enabled and it doesn't disable achievements, and you and I kind of sat there and we were like, wait, we got to walk the walk now. Yeah. I thought, like, initially we were both like, wait a minute, I had to struggle to get my achievements, and then we both kind of walked it back a little bit. We're like, it's pretty cool though, actually.
Back in my day, we had to do this uphill both ways.
Yeah, I was gonna try to get the achievements for Rebirth before they put the cheats live on Steam, but I didn't do it. They're live. So if you see my achievements, I did them legit, folks. Obviously.
Yeah. Well, you can turn them off. You don't have to use them.
Shut up. Hey, before we run out of time, let's talk about that state of play. There's some fucking games there that I know that we want to talk about. I'm going straight for the throat.
Chomping at the bit.
God of War, LaFay.
Okay. Big woman.
There's a lot of fucking first of all, before you hear our take, because we have a take. Understand that there's people out there that were fucking mad.
Sure.
I think that you and I had the exact same response to this though when it came out. When we started watching the video, I was like, "Oh, a woman in God of War?" And I started watching the video. My brand.
It's the exact same reaction we had when we were playing WWE, and you watch John Cena beat up Kyle Slickman, and it's like, "Oh, that was a really fun match." And then you watch Battleship Brittany beat the absolute dog shit out of Carolina Reaper.
Beautiful.
You're like, yeah, hit her with the chair. It's like, who cares? God of War is about over-the-top action fights. You're literally traveling through like Norse mythology. I think actually in this one, was it Egyptian? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll go wherever you want to go. Like
I still need to play Ragnarok. I have no fucking idea where we're at.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Either way, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's God of War, which is great. It's continuing the story, which is great. A lot of people were mad because it's a woman. Okay. Well, you're going to be mad about something, right? So.
Yeah. Plus it's Deborah Wool. Holy shit. Dude, her True Blood, I was, and then I saw when she turns her fucking head around in that video for this game, I was like, is that fucking Deborah Wool? No wonder Kratos is killing everybody in the fucking realm, My woman!
I'd be so pissed. Well, and not only that, but the first enemy that you fight is the Last of Us zombies. So I'm in.
Oh, man, dude. I was just set. Plus, her sword is just fucking Honage from Pokemon. Immediately, I was like, dude, that's fucking Honage. She just pulled Honage out of a fucking gelatinous cube. I'm there, baby.
That's exactly what it was. It's like all of that stuff is lined up, and it's like, I'm in. Like, you don't have to sell me anymore. I'm already in. Like, you've already got me. I'm in. Whatever it takes, I'll play it.
Hold on, I'm getting a message from Zero. He's letting us know that he'll be there for anything that we need. That's good to know. Thank you, Zero. Everybody,
why don't you tell him to be there in the practice session?
Okay.
Because I'm about to whip his ass in Tekken 8. You come into my house, you put out a TikTok about beating me, getting a perfect on me. That was fake news. That was falsely edited. I didn't lose. I was putting on a show for the people at home.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll release the back footage or something.
Hey, here's a question. We do a lot of joking around on this show. We do a lot of hamming it up for the folks at home. I just have a genuine, honest question for our friend, our co-friend.
Our co-friend.
Zero. Yeah.
To the co-host.
Do you have the platinum in Tekken 8?
Okay.
Because I do.
How did I know that was what you were going to ask? Folks.
So,
ignore him and subscribe.
Ignore me.
Wait, don't ignore him. You need to listen.
Yeah, don't tell him that.
Fuck. I'm fucking it up. Yeah. Well, anyway, I was super excited for the God of War, wife of war, mom of boy. I'm just like, I'm super interested. I didn't play Ragnarok, but when they do that sequence at the start of this Lefay game, however you say that, and how it's like they're putting her to rest, and then it's like, okay, I'm like sitting there thinking about how they're putting her to rest, and then she's in the afterlife just like beating the shit out of people, and Kratos is like, all right, boy, you want to shoot the arrow into the monster, into the deer, my son. Like they're just out fucking like hunting peacefully. And she's like, ah! And I was like, geez, maybe he was reeling her in. She's like biting people in the fucking video. I was like, God damn, that was fucking, wow.
That game had such a deep impact on me, you, and Lemon, all three of us.
Yeah.
It was such a visceral.
We got to retro replay it.
I remember when we were playing through that game together. Obviously, I don't want to spoil anything for the first game. We're talking about the third game in this series, but there was this moment at the end where it was so beautiful and perfect, and it was just this story of a man understanding what it means to become a father, a dad, and it's like all of these feats that he's done in his life, all of these physical feats of strength and bravery and being a warrior and all of that stuff. And then it's like he's so inefficient and deficient at being compassionate and empathy and, all of the things that it takes to be a good dad. And it was like, man, that hit all of us. It's just a great story. And then it's like, we gotta hurry up and do the second one so we can get to this third one.
If you study any amount of myth, the first God of War in the new trilogy is just an incredible masterwork. And how much it references like actual human myth and how it was written for humans by humans. That there were so many like books and stuff I studied in college for my senior thesis that just like fucking hit me so hard when I was playing God of War. Like I was like a new dad. That was fucking me up. Oh my God. We definitely need to do a retro replay on that. And I need to pick up Ragnarok at some point, hopefully this year. But I think there was a game on this. Like, we're probably not going to talk about every single game on this State of Play because we've got time away from ourselves here. But I know there was another one on this list that you were like, kind of interested in.
Well, we were scrolling through it, and there's a couple that it's like, oh yeah, cool. Oh, there's a new Silent Hill game. That's cool. Oh, there's a just going down the list, and then I get to the very end, and it's Until Dawn 2. Which is a sequel to a game that I love. It's I don't really know how to explain it in a way that makes the game sound good. I know that sounds bad, but it's a story about a group of teens.
Yeah,
and it's the classical horror trope of bad things happen to a group of teenagers, and it's just an incredible story. The gameplay is not dynamic, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a combination between a walking simulator, you're solving a mystery, and then all of the gameplay elements are kind of QuickTime events. So I know that's not really everybody's cup of tea. Though Telltale Games made these style of games very popular, and so it's one of those. And then this company actually went on and did the, I believe it's called the Man of Medan. I know I'm butchering that name, but like an entire series of games. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong on that. Either way, I am so excited about Until Dawn 2 because the first one was so good at capturing that feeling of like the teen horror show. It was like a movie, and you got to control who lived and who died and who made it and who didn't make it. There was a really cool twist in the story, and so I'm just really excited about this. I love that they got a new one. I know in the first one they had a lot of celebrities cast, and I don't recognize any of the actors in this, but that's okay. I think that's the point of the game. Is like it's just a bunch of dumb teenagers doing something they're not supposed to, and then things go wrong.
Yeah. I was basically, I was about to jump in there to help you because it's just like playing a slasher.
Yeah.
But you play all the good guys or whatever. I've never played this, but you explained it to me one time, and I was like, damn, my wife would love that game.
Oh yeah. So the reason that I think it became so popular was that I had originally played it, and this would have been multiple years ago now. This was probably about 10 years ago now. But my family was just kind of sitting around Christmas. And you're just looking for things to do. You know, you're playing cards or you're playing board games or whatever. And I was talking to my sister, who is also an avid gamer, and I was talking to her about this game. And I was like, "Oh, you have to try this. You have to try this." And my brother was home, and normally when he comes home, I just give him my PlayStation, and it's like, you play whatever you want to play. And I was like, "Oh, it's here. Let's download the game, and you will play it. I obviously know what's going on, but you play it. I want to see what decisions you make." And we did it, and it was really fun. They had a bunch of fun doing that. And then we did it the next year. We passed the controller to her husband, my brother-in-law, and he played it. And he made different decisions and different outcomes. And that was really fun. And then the year after that, we had my parents. They obviously aren't proficient enough to play the game, from a control standpoint. So they would tell me what to do, and I piloted the game for them. And so, the Until Dawn game, that was for about 3 or 4 years. That was a staple at the Adamson Christmas party.
I love that. I love that you guys played that. And you're right. You said that these games aren't for everybody, but I think the Telltale games are the most, or games like that are the most like for, well,
my gosh,
not for kids. Depending on the content, I think that's important. But they're not like difficult games to play.
No,
it's just a decision-making game, or maybe there's a puzzle that you need to figure out. And then if you play them together like that, I think that sounds like a fucking good time.
That would be. I would love to take you through the Walking Dead series. I know zombies aren't your thing. Like that's not your cup of tea, but that's my jam. And so I would love to, I don't know if that works that way, but in my mind it does. Is like the onus of terror is put on me instead of on you, and so you can focus on watching the game and like
be terrified that way.
Yeah, getting attached to the characters and getting scared for them instead of being them, and then transferring the fear that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Folks, let me just tell you how I watched him play Last of Us. Cutscene starts, I look over. Cutscene's off, I don't look over. Mm-hmm. Abby, strong.
Abby was very strong.
Abby, very strong. Sorry, that took me out.
I mean, that's a perfect example of a game where, we were doing those vocal tics to save us from the terror, right? The game was so scary that you have to make a joke of it so that you're not scared anymore. But then that became a joke of itself that pulled us through the game, and then the fucking ending. That game broke me. I know it broke you in the same way, and you were watching. Oh my gosh, man!
I love it. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. I expected to hate that game, by the way. And I love it. I love the characters. I thought I was going to hate 2. I thought I was going to hate Abby, and she's like my favorite. I was like, fuck.
That's how they do it.
Got me.
That's how they get you.
They got me, Mick. I really wanted to talk about that because we were just talking about LaFay and people were mad about that. And like you talk about male characters starting a series out and then a female character comes in. I mean, just look at Last of Us, look at The Witcher, and now God of War. And I think it's good, personally. I see nothing wrong with it. I think it's a great way to flesh out more characters, build the world lore, and really just like show us more and let us do more. But that I come from a place of playing like RPGs where you're in control of like 4 or 5, maybe 10 characters, you know? And so I kind of see all those characters as something I want to be able to control. In action games, you really only get one guy. And so I'm always like, I'm playing as Kratos again. Like, let me play as his son for a little bit or something, you know? Like,
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think that's the key right there. You nailed it, which is this isn't taking anything away from anybody else. You're not replacing a character with somebody else. You're adding to something that is already good. And so
3 cakes.
Yeah, it's like you're complaining about, oh, my lobster is too buttery, my steak too juicy. It's like, just eat the meal and be happy about having the food that you have.
What the fuck, bro?
These games are good because the stories revolve around these characters who are amazing characters. It doesn't matter who it is. You know, you pointed out the fact that you wanted to hate The Last of Us 2. I was right there with you.
Yeah.
In that they took a character away from us and replaced it with something else, to the point where the character who is replacing that character tries to copycat one for one to be that person. That's like her motivation. And in the end, that's what breaks her. That's because she can't be that person because he wasn't that person.
Yeah.
Both of those people were putting on a mask, and it's only by trying to become that person they realized they were becoming. I'm getting way off the rails here. What the hell are we talking about? We're talking about
Wolverine.
We're talking about Wolverine, damn it.
We're talking about Wolverine.
You got me,
Did you see the footage for that?
You got me on a Pokemon rant, you son of a bitch. you bastard.
I may still want to do a fucking Last of Us fucking long
Man,
thing.
I could pour myself into. I don't know where that came from. That's not twice tonight. Twice in 2 weeks. That that joke is dose. Put some respect on.
Well, yeah. Well, we got to talk about that too. But we're running out of fucking time here. Real quick, lightning round. Wolverine, extremely graphic. I think that Spider-Man was holding Insomniac back. Because holy shit, there was like a sequence of fucking knife fucking out fucking punches. Like I used to be a huge Wolverine fan. I think that's why I smoke cigars. Like, hey, bub, you're gonna like my cigar, bub. You know, like, oh fuck, he's so fucking cool. Like, smells like bad guys here. You know, that character was just so fucking cool to me. And then watching the sequences that they had prepared for that video was insane. He's just like fucking soaked in blood. And I was like, holy shit, he's already dead, Logan. You don't gotta keep punching him.
Yeah, that especially because I've played the Spider-Man game. And I thought they were really good. I really liked them.
Good, yeah, good.
I think they are a good representation of Spider-Man. This is like old school Wolverine, like 90s Wolverine, where, like you said, he's going full off the rails, like murder hobo. Like, you know, he's the guy is dead, and then he's going in for extracurriculars, giving a little something extra. That's my brand of Wolverine right there.
That's what made me love that character, is like that fucking unhinged, unbridled rage, you know. But then he's like cool and smoking cigars and telling people to fuck off and goes chop some trees or something. But anyway, the other game that I like, you know, this is like a retro game, okay? Like talking about Dynasty Warriors 3 fucking remastered complete edition. This is the fucking Dynasty Warriors that fucking took me out. Like, this is the one that me and Bryce would play for fucking hours. I believe it had multiplayer, but the best thing was the fucking Japanese voice lines on the Chinese characters. I'll never forget playing my favorite character, Guan Yu, using his Muso. What Guan Yu? Fuck yes, dude. I was so fucking excited about that.
These games are so... like, it shouldn't work, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing...
Well, I'm not gonna agree with that. Yeah, they work. They're awesome.
Well, yeah, no, I agree with you. They are awesome. But it's like, what about us? Like,
Fuck.
what about us screams, hey, you know what? We should get really into Chinese lore.
It's a cozy game. It's a history. We like history.
I think you're right. I think this is a cozy game.
You just jam the button and you win.
Is this
like, oh, I killed 1,000 guys this time. Oh, I feel good. You were just talking about that.
Is the cure to male loneliness?
Yes.
Another Muso
Especially
game?
Dynasty Warriors. I know the Romancing Kingdom story so well now because I've played. Well, I stopped playing them after 6, and I regret that. I should have never put down a Muso game out of my rotation. I need to. Well,
they got expensive.
That's true, but maybe I could have just played the old ones. just kept bringing them back out.
Keep playing them over and over again.
What was I doing? There were so many good Muso games. I don't have time to break down every single one. But I mean, the last one you're all expecting us to talk about is Onimusha, but we're saving that for another time. There's a demo. He and I are going to play it, and then we'll talk about it. And, no. Don't turn around. Okay? Go back. Go back in there.
Excuse me?
Hold on.
Would you like to hear two
Just a
short
second.
jokes and then
Don't turn around,
another
okay?
longer joke? And I'm Anthony.
No.
In the hell?
Don't look. Shut up. Shut up.
What is that?
It's not what it looks like.
That reminds me of a joke.
It's what it looks like. He's
Is that a robot?
No, well.
A-Money?
Yeah.
Baby. Look, hey.
Happy birthday.
He's good. Say hi. Say hi, everybody.
And I'm Anthony.
No. No, stop.
Hi, A-Money.
Stop. Okay. Folks, we gotta go.
And I'm
Did you
Anthony.
train a robot on me while I was gone on vacation?
What am I supposed to do?
36 belly up.
Sit around.
I don't know.
Myself.
Play video games?
Shut up. Get anybody shout the code. Come on. Stop saying something.
This is why we can't have nice things. Because all of our budget goes into making robots that only know how to play Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3.
Would you like to play Dragon Ball Z Budokai?
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, what'd you spend on RAM? $600?
No, I used old RAM.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying I'm not worth good RAM?
I'm broke. I
That's
can't.
fair.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't even buy a PS5.
This is ridiculous.
Would you like to play Dragon Ball Z Budokai?
Okay.
He's getting distracted.
Hey, look. What? Let's just end the podcast. Okay, both of you can say the see ya, and then we'll talk about what's going on here.
I refuse to be upstaged by a clone, a copy.
Hey, Money 7, do the see ya.
Goodbye, folks. See ya.
See? It's good, right?